So they're praying and they're desiring that ye might be filled with the knowledge of his will. Oh, that we were filled with the knowledge of the will of God. Because when we're filled with the knowledge of the will of God, the devil's lies will have no effect. Because we will know right off. I remember years ago listening to people preaching the Word of God, or what they called the Word of God. Some of the things they said I knew on here was wrong, but I didn't have the knowledge of the Word to back it up. Oh, that if somebody had been praying for me, that I had been filled with the knowledge of his will, because I had to just store that and go and read and study the Word of God to find out how it was wrong and where it was wrong and what scriptures were misleading them. So that's why we need to be filled with the knowledge of his will. I just heard about another man a few days ago that sat under that same preacher that I walked away from, and he's spreading the same lies today. We need to be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom. We need to have wisdom to go along with the knowledge. James 1 tells us, if any man lack wisdom, let him ask. So if we're lacking in wisdom, let us ask. Spiritual understanding. When we're filled with the knowledge of his will, wisdom and spiritual understanding, we're not going to be sidetracked by some of the nonsense that we can hear on our airways today. I know people, and they're spending 100% of their time talking about the Antichrist. I know the Antichrist's real. I know there's Antichrist systems in our world today. I know there's Antichrist systems in the day of John wrote his epistle. But the command to the church was to go and preach Christ. We can get caught up with preaching about the Antichrist if we forget about the real Christ. And we must never fall into that trap of the devil. Yes, people need to be warned that there's an Antichrist. There's Antichrist systems. And the Antichrist will come to the fore at some stage in the future. But we're preaching a Christ, and he's center stage right now. He's center stage right now. And we need to get away from the tradition of our forefathers.